Hey guys, it's one of the biggest days of the gaming year with Microsoft, Ubisoft, EA, and Sony holding their E3 press conferences today, all in one day. And I couldn't be more excited to bring you the most noteworthy news from those four events, so let's fix it up. The Metroid Prime creators at Armature Studios and Mega Man co-creator Keiji Inafune's development house Concept are creating an Xbox One exclusive called ReCore. You apparently assume the role of female explorer in a sandy wasteland, traveling with a robot dog companion. How adorable is that? Sadly, the robot dog isn't invincible, but the blue orb powering it is transferable, which is pretty darn cool. So I don't know about you, but I'm super intrigued by ReCore, and we should learn more about it soon, as it's slated to come out in spring 2016. Now this definitely wasn't leaked and came out of nowhere. Xbox head Phil Spencer revealed that Xbox One will soon be backwards compatible with Xbox 360 games, with over 100 games working by this holiday season and more on the way. So much, yes. Forza Motorsport 6 finally got a release date, and just as we previously heard, the racing game is gearing up to come out September 15th. Developer Turn 10 also unveiled a new trailer for Forza 6, showing off some slick weather effects for the Xbox One exclusive. Get revved up, people! You thought we learned everything about Fallout 4 yesterday? Nope, and I couldn't be happier about that. Bethesda's Todd Howard popped up at Microsoft's E3 presser to reveal that Fallout 4 will support mods on Xbox One. And as icing on what's surely a radioactive cake, the Xbox One version of Fallout 4 comes with Fallout 3. So goodbye social life, and hello couch, controller, and TV. Are you interested in 30 games for 30 bucks? No, I'm not talking about some bootleg disc from the mall. I'm talking about 30 classic titles with the newly announced Rare Replay, including Perfect Dark, Battletoads, Banjo-Kazooie, and most importantly to me, Blastcore. Ah, the memories. Microsoft and Rare said Rare Replay will launch August 4th with a whopping 10,000 gamer score points. And Rare wasn't done with just that though, unveiling the studio's newest title, Sea of Thieves. It's a first-person multiplayer pirate adventure game for Xbox One. Let's be honest, they had me at pirate adventure. Oh, how I love to see the footage of Lara Croft back in action with Rise of the Tomb Raider. But unsurprisingly, she wasn't enjoying a walk in the park at the gameplay demo for the action-adventure game, traversing a dangerous ice-covered mountain. Seriously, I thought she was going to fall to a tragic death way too many times, but we should all know by now that nothing stops Lara. She's just too awesome. Rise of the Tomb Raider is releasing on Xbox One on November 10th. Dark Souls 3 is real. I repeat, Dark Souls 3 is real, and this isn't a drill. Bandai Namco and From Software revealed the newest entry in the action role-playing game series at Microsoft's press conference, and it's slated for early 2016. And hey, we got through that without a dying joke because they're so done to death. Oh no, what have I done? Forget definitive editions, Microsoft and the Collective announced Gears of War Ultimate Edition. It's an Xbox One remake of the first Gears of War that's coming out August 25th, with a public beta available today. Looking ahead, Microsoft and the Collective also pulled back the curtain on Gears of War 4 with a gameplay demo showing JD and an unnamed woman walking through an abandoned town at night. It was a bit spooky, and I'm totally down with that. Gears 4 is heading to Xbox One in holiday 2016, so you have the Gears remake to keep you and your chainsaw gun company in the meantime. Microsoft didn't beat around the bush, starting their conference with a gorgeous-looking Halo 5 Guardians gameplay demo from the story campaign. Spartan Locke and Fireteam Osiris are on the hunt for Master Chief before a boss-like Promethean enemy gets in the way. That's not all though. 343 Industries also unveiled the Warzone multiplayer mode, a 12-on-12 multiplayer mode with reportedly the biggest maps in Halo history. Goodness gracious, Halo 5 is looking fan-frickin-tastic. There's no doubt that Microsoft got the ball rolling this morning with a big press event full of surprises, from Xbox One backwards compatibility to the Gears 4 reveal. That's a tough act to follow, but Electronic Arts was up to the challenge with Star Wars Battlefront and the new Mass Effect. Here are the biggest stories from EA's conference. Like a moss, Electronic Arts has announced Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2 for PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. The sequel for the zany shooter will arrive early next year, and after that, EA is promising free content updates to keep you planted on your couch in front of the multiplayer-centric game. You've been put on notice by Electronic Arts as Need for Speed is coming out November 3rd, and I'm just ecstatic that the racing reboot features full motion video. That's on top of the rad nighttime racing gameplay we saw as well, of course. Here's hoping Need for Speed races into our hearts later this year. No levels, no loading, just free roaming is the premise with Mirror's Edge Catalyst, which is coming out February 23rd. That's right, the wait isn't too much longer until we get to experience Fate's origin story in the City of Glass, and you can see if Fate's parkour moves can compare to mine. Finally, we got to see gameplay footage of Star Wars Battlefront, and the Force is strong with this one. The multiplayer trailer takes us to the Battle of Hoth and ends with a non-canonical but very awesome lightsaber duel between Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader on the ice-covered planet. I'm so excited that I want to shoot Force lightning out of my hands. Can I do that? In a short but sweet teaser, we got our first look at Mass Effect Andromeda, and now I can die happy. Well, at least until I play the game first. Electronic Arts unveiled that the sci-fi RPG is planned for a holiday 2016 release and in development at BioWare Montreal. I'm so ready to explore planets with my space crew again. Oh my god. You can't go wrong with a Star Wars finisher. Oh yes, Ubisoft must have known they would have their work cut out for them because the French company opened their press conference with a new South Park RPG and kept surprising us from there on out. So let's take a look at the biggest takeaways from Ubisoft's presser. Even though Trey Parker and Matt Stone swore off game making after the Stick of Truth, they're back with South Park: The Fractured Butthole. Yes, that is really the title. With Ubisoft San Francisco handling development, The Fractured Butthole is a sequel to The Stick of Truth and continues the hilarious story. Ubisoft dropped an action-packed new trailer for Assassin's Creed Syndicate, the first modern game in the action-adventure series, and Jacob Fry shows he's an assassin you don't want to trifle with. But who are we kidding? Is there ever an assassin you want to mess with? No. I'm happy to inform you that the fan-favorite Terrorist Hunt mode is returning for Rainbow Six Siege, and you can check it out for yourself with the Shooter's beta that starts September 24th. And I would be remiss if I didn't let you know the ever-lovely Angela Bassett, known for her roles in Malcolm X and Notorious, is making her first video game appearance ever in Rainbow Six Siege. So awesome. Ubisoft has unveiled that you can start betraying your friends in The Division on March 8th, and if you're just itching to check out the open-world online shooter RPG, Ubisoft is going to hold a beta for The Division in December on Xbox One and early next year on all platforms. You just better hope you don't run into me. What if Far Cry and Ghost Recon had a baby? It would probably be Ghost Recon Wildlands, a new open-world co-op game revealed by Ubisoft today. Developed by Ubisoft Paris, it's apparently the biggest world Ubisoft has ever made. That's pretty nuts. Do you love knights, Vikings, and samurais? Of course you do, and For Honor is all about melee-only combat that pits the three factions against each other on historic battlefields. Ubisoft Montreal is behind For Honor, and the company showed off a multiplayer demo at Ubisoft's press conference. Spoilers, it's pretty brutal and bloody. Ubisoft continued the strong press conference showing at E3 with gaming goodness like For Honor and Ghost Recon Wildlands. That left Sony to finish off the day, and holy smokes, did the PlayStation maker deliver. Here's what blew our minds at Sony's E3 press conference. Little Big Planet maker Media Molecule revealed their trippy new project at Sony's press conference called Dreams for PlayStation 4. This creative game allows you to create your own worlds that look like paintings and then move characters around with the DualShock 4. Honestly, I'm not sure exactly what else you do, and that excites me. Agent 47, also known as my virtual boyfriend, is returning with a new game simply titled Hitman. IO Interactive says this is the most ambitious Hitman game yet and will be globetrotting with the sharp-dressed assassin, Milaiki. Last but not least, PlayStation 4 owners will get an exclusive beta for Hitman as well as 6 unique contracts. We may have already heard about Destiny the Taken King thanks to numerous leaks, but that didn't take away from the impressive debut from the newest expansion in the shared world shooter. The Destiny Taken King is coming September 15th, featuring 3 new subclasses and cool, fresh gear. PlayStation owners will now get multiplayer map DLC first with Call of Duty Black Ops 3, as well as a multiplayer beta first in August. This comes years after Microsoft and Activision had an exclusive deal with Call of Duty, so it's a big coup for Sony. Killzone creator Guerrilla Games is working on a new PlayStation 4 title called Horizon Zero Dawn, which is set in a world where it's humanity versus machine, and by that I mean we got to watch a red-headed female protagonist take on a robo-dinosaur. Yes please? There's no release information yet for Horizon Zero Dawn, but hopefully we'll hear more soon. Holy moly, you have begged for it for years and years, and now Shenmue III is a reality. Series creator Yu Suzuki is taking his long-awaited third installment in the Shenmue series to Kickstarter, asking for $2 million for the PlayStation 4 and PC open-world action RPG. I never thought the day would come, but here we are. Square Enix is in fact remaking Final Fantasy VII, and it's coming first to PlayStation 4. And boy, does it look freaking gorgeous as we were taken through the slums of Midgar. Who would have thought this highly desired remake would finally come to fruition? Sony ended their night with my boy Drake, and we finally get to see him reunite with Sully again in Uncharted 4: Thief's End. They're one of my favorite gaming couples, in case you were wondering. Anyway, the duo end up in an exciting car chase, which puts you behind the wheel of a Jeep. It's pretty darn rad and makes the wait for Uncharted 4 that much harder. It's happening, people! Sony has reintroduced The Last Guardian for PlayStation 4, and you'll be going on an adventure with your dog-bird creature in 2016. Yes, we had to wait 6 years for this day, but it all seems worth it now. And by the way, I'm still in shock. The Last Guardian, it's happening. Somebody pinch me right now. And there you have it. Microsoft, EA, Ubisoft, and Sony deliver the goods before the E3 show floor officially opens tomorrow. And you better believe we'll be back tomorrow with another awesome episode of The Fix, E3 edition. I'm Naomi Kyle, and remember, you can get your fix anytime online at IGN.